In 1939, Neville Chamberlain of Britain declared that Britain was at war with Germany. He demanded that any person against the war or anyone suspected of being an enemy spy be captured and put into internment camps. These people would be prisoners of war, and Victoria on the east coast of Newfoundland was chosen as one of the places for these camps.
Welcome to Victoria, a small town in Conception Bay. In 1940, it was the location for the British prisoner of war camps. This is unbelievable but true. As you can see, Victoria is fairly level and is not visible from the sea. These are some reasons why it was chosen as the site for the prisoner of war camps. Another reason Victoria was chosen is because of the hydroelectric power station, which you can see behind me. This provided cheap power and a steady water supply. In 1940, there were very few cameras, so not many pictures of the prisoner of war camps exist. Today, there are only a few actual photographs of the prisoner of war camps. This is an actual artist concept of what the camps look like.
The Victoria Heritage Society has been looking for real pictures of the prisoner of war camps for years. In the past 5 years, only 4 pictures have been found. I have copies of them here. The first picture shows a car in front of the prisoner of war camps while they were under construction. You can see the building in the background. The second picture is very old and is not good quality, but the prisoner of war camps are visible in the background. Most pictures of the camps are far away shots because only workers were allowed near the sites. The third picture shows 2 men near the site of the camps. The camps are visible on the left side of the picture. Both of these men worked on the site. The last picture I have is a close-up of a lady near the barbed wire fence. My great-grandfather Harold Clark worked on building these fences. I have some of the tools he used. Apparently, they had difficulty getting the fence high enough. The Victoria Heritage Society is still looking for pictures of the prisoner of war camps. These pictures are very important to provide further information about the extent of the construction and, of course, to help Victoria to preserve its heritage.
This is where the British prisoner of war camps used to be. It was designed to hold 1,000 civilian internees. Believe it or not, the camps were built and even the bedding and forks and knives were there. My great-grandfather, Harold Clark, was one of the men who worked on building the camps. The men had to bring their own tools. His tools are still in our family along with his toolbox. Here are many of the tools my great-grandfather used while working on the camps. Toolbox my great-grandfather used. It was his grandfather's toolbox. bring his smaller tools to work on the prisoner of war camps. This toolbox is now about 125 years old. He had several kinds of pliers used for twisting the barbed wire for the fence that surrounded the prisoner of war camps. He also used this axe and these saws to cut the timber for the fences. My great-grandfather also worked on building the latrine. He had this hammer, which now has a new handle, and he used this level and this square. All of these tools have been kept in our family for a very long time.
I have here a copy of the top secret telegrams that were sent between Britain and the Newfoundland government. These documents came from the Newfoundland archives. This particular document is the top secret telegram that changed the plans for the camps in Victoria and therefore probably changed Newfoundland's history.
In 1940, the government of Newfoundland discovered that England planned to send captured German airmen instead of original civilian internees. This became a concern because they felt that the Germans would be prepared to go to extreme risks to recover the captured airmen. This would not only threaten Newfoundland, but the rest of Canada. Also, the Newfoundland government had pressure from the United States because they had military bases in St. John's, Argentia, Stephenville, and Goose Bay. Within days, the Newfoundland government ordered the camps to be dismantled. Today, this site is managed by the Victoria Heritage Society. They wanted to capture the history of the area and have built several buildings from the 1940s. They have current plans to reconstruct the mess hall and the guard tower. This is indeed an incredible part of our Newfoundland history that very few people know about.